Hello everybody, how's it going? KhasAdun here, and I'm back with some more Starcraft II Legacy of the Void casting! Woo! Okay, I've got the intro out of the way. Let's go ahead and just get right into it. I don't think I have anything to ramble about today before the game. So, up here in our top left-hand corner, we have... KhasAdun! Me! Woo! Alright. And it's PvP today. Over here in our top right-hand corner, we have... Mike. I think I've heard of Mike before. Mike. Is this the same guy that my sister hates in Heroes of the Storm? This might be the same guy. He talks a lot of smack in Heroes of the Storm. I don't think this is him, though, because he didn't talk any smack to me, and he most certainly had the opportunity, absolutely. So anyway, what we're going to be seeing from me is probably what will be known as the worst scouting this season. It's got to be said. Look, I come down here, he's not here, but I saw his probe come into my base. I said, oh, he scouted me really quick, and... oh. Okay, no, it's not the worst, I'm sorry. It was actually pretty good, because look, I'm sending this guy over here, and I thought he was down here for whatever reason. Not sure why I thought I got that wrong, but he actually is up here. Wow, why did I think I got that wrong? I thought I was going to send this guy up here, see that there's nothing here, because he was actually down here, but no, that's not the case. Let's go ahead and open up the production tab, and, look, fancy. As we can see, I am promptly supply blocked. I am so good at this game, it's got to be said. Anyway, supply block just means, you see this 30 here, I can build up to 30 supply in units. I was at 21 out of 22, which means I could not build a Zealot, because they cost 2. I could only build one more probe, thereby making myself supply blocked. Alright. So I go ahead and go for 2 gateways and a cybernetics core, because this, starting with 12 probes, you're able to afford that. I scout into his base, though, and I see that, indeed, he only got 1 gateway, so I don't think he's going to be doing anything too crazy. No rush is coming out of him. He can't possibly be doing that with only 1 gateway. You can only produce so much out of 1 gateway at a time. So I decided to get 2 up because you can afford it, and because I see that he's not getting anything weird, I go ahead and throw down an expansion at my natural. This expansion here, you always have your base, a little ramp going down, and then a base right outside. That's called your natural expansion, because naturally you're gonna expand there, basically. Go ahead and put down 2 more pylons, because I am, once again, supply blocked. But you know what, so is Mike, so I don't feel too bad about myself now. Mike, is that pylon almost done yet, Mike? No, it's not. He probably started that after he got supply blocked. Look at this stalker. And you know, it's probably a good thing that I can't see what, what league my opponent is in, because he's probably also bronze, but that doesn't mean that we're not going to see a really good game here today, because we are. It's got to be said. It's going to take a little while to get into, just because it's going to be one of these big, sweeping games that takes place all across the entire map, and believe me when I say it takes place across the whole thing. It's very good, except for these 2 places up here. Honestly, oddly enough, the places you would most expect to see action, it's relatively void up here, devoid of much action. Everywhere else, though, it works out. So this thing is going to be finishing up, and I transferred almost the right amount of workers. I got 1 more to send down if I can figure that out. There we go. Off he goes. And what? I'll go ahead and put down another pylon. Alright, so what am I planning on doing? Well, I'm getting a robotics facility up for the sole purpose of getting disruptors, because I have yet to see anybody deal with disruptors. So, as long as they're going to continue to work, might as well use them. And in fact, we can see Mike is doing the same thing. Actually, is he? I don't actually remember if he builds any. He's got an observer out before me, I believe, which is wise as all heck, but I've got some adepts now. And although these adepts aren't going to be terribly consequential in the grand scheme of this entire game, they're a nice looking unit. They're nice to have. They've got high shields, high health, they do pretty decent amount of damage. I mean, 23 versus armored, only 8 for the stalker, and only 14, or only 8 for the zealot, and only 14 versus armored for the stalker. And these guys are what you get versus, like, armored things, right? So the Adept is actually going to be a fairly decent choice. Oh, I'm sorry, versus Light, 23. Oh my god. Guys, I can't read. It's got to be said. These guys are pretty good, nonetheless. Don't let my mistakes fool you guys into thinking that they're not worth the 100 minerals and 25 gas that it takes to get them, because they are absolutely worth those minerals and gas. Okay, so I like you know, like stepping into a cold pool. I test the waters to see, and I say, no, I'm not gonna move out just yet. It's not gonna happen, and it's probably a wise choice. Actually, I do have an observer who's gonna be coming along and see what he's currently up to. He's got an observer. He's got one more observer on the way. You can't have too many observers apparently in this game. It's fairly decent, I can imagine. So, sorry guys, I mean, it's, you know, not much is going to be happening for a little bit, but trust me, it's worth the wait. It's got to be said. So, I'm going to go ahead and get my observer in here just to see if he's taking this expansion, to see what his army consists of, if he's getting, you know, lots of stalkers, see if, oh, watch out, okay, so he's got some army there, I see, he's got some stalkers, just to see if a disruptor will still work. Because he could be going for air units, for all I know, stuff that flies, and disruptors don't hit things that fly. I checked down here to see if he's got an expansion. He does not. And I'm going to make my final check into his base to see what kind of buildings I see, so that I can determine what kind of units we're going to see. And I see actually everything, but I still think that I didn't get to see this up here. I saw this earlier with the Pro, but nothing with the Observer, so I feel like a robotics bay may be on the way. But actually, it is actually just started. But what you gonna do? I didn't scout that. So I continue on with my plan. I don't see anything too weird, too threatening. Nothing that's gonna throw me off of what I'm gonna do. And does he know anything about? Oh yeah, he's got an observer. Look, it's just out of range of my observer. Oh no, it's not. It's actually just out of range of my stalkers. No, I didn't see it, guys. I'm sorry. I just had no freaking clue. Look how tiny it is on the map. Look how tiny. How am I supposed to see that when I'm in this mode here? Look at my APM, guys. Check it out. I'm at 113 average APM. Oh, okay, I've just seen it. Proving myself wrong once again. It's a special ability as a caster to be able to say that something is going to happen and then be proven wrong. In a game I've already seen too, because I played it. God, I knew that observer was going to be taken out, but I guess I must have missed. Okay, look, I'm scouting in here now with an observer to see if he's got anything else in my base, just in case he sees disruptors coming, but he does not. And actually, very wisely, he's gonna go ahead and take his other expansion because, oh, actually, his income's a bit better than mine, and that could be due to the fact that I've got less minerals perhaps than he does. Yeah, just a bit less. Yeah, I could only have 10. He can have 14 mining efficiently. So my income is going to be a bit lower than his. But I think that's fine. And you know what? I say, alright, I've got my key unit, the old Disruptor, out, and let's move out. And while the army is moving out, let's go ahead and have a quick rundown of the Disruptor to see why I got the Disruptor. The Disruptor is a mechanical Protoss unit that is built from the robotics facility. It has no basic attack, but does have an activatable ability, which for all intents and purposes explodes everything around it. While active, this ability increases the movement speed of the Disruptor and allows it to travel through other units in order to reach its target. Okay, that was a pretty good rundown of the Disruptor. It's always super awkward to do that, just so you know. Let me replay that for you. Not the Disruptor thing, but what I do. Let me just give you guys an example. Look, here's what it's like for me. Let's give you guys a quick rundown of the Disruptor. Okay, that was the Disruptor. See how awkward that is? That's very awkward. But you know what? I've got another expansion here too. And you know what? He's not going to see it. He's going to assume that I'm expanding where he is. Because great minds think alike. Except that mine is currently better than his, and I decide to hide mine. And, you know, so that's my fair bit of bragging for the game. It's not like I'll get to brag too often when playing this game, so any chance I get to like show off my mental muscles is always really good, because I don't have very many. I'm trying to save myself and it's not working, I think. I'm very sorry, Mike, if you're watching this. I didn't know you'd be watching. I've only got 33 subscribers. But I'm honored that you're watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. And, you know, I hope you're not too upset that I just totally, like, said that I'm better than you. So, I mean, you know, it is what it is, right? Let's get back to the game, shall we? So Mike is here, he's got his expansion, he's got to protect, and look at this! No! No! I'm getting caught totally out of position. I didn't even see this for a good long time, but you know what, now that I do... Oh, perfect. That Disruptor gets a pretty decent amount of kills. 5 kills, and then dies. Unfortunately. There was nothing that could be done to save him. That poor Sala. He tried to get away, but he's got charge much faster than I've got it. Yeah, he's got better upgrades. Oh my god, he's already at 2-1. That's a big deal. And extended thermal lance. This guy, once again, I'm terrible at upgrades. I have to keep that in mind, that I'm really bad on upgrades. Look, he's already starting weapons 3. He's got armor +2 almost finishing, and I'm stuck at a sad, measly 1-1. His units are going to do way more damage than mine, and have a lot more survivability. See, the armor helps, because not only am I doing less damage than he is, but each of my less damage shots does even less damage to him because he's got the armor to take better shots, which I cannot provide. It's the worst thing. Anyway, I've now got a Colossus out. These guys are cool, but they're fairly straightforward. They shoot on the ground with a couple really hot lasers and burn units. And that's the Colossus. They're very expensive. You want to keep them alive because they do a lot of damage to things like Zealots, Zerglings, Marines. It's very good. But I don't think they really need their own video. However, what may need its own video is going to be coming out of these starports fairly soon. It may not. Now that I think about it, it may not. He's really adding on the tech here, guys. And I think I've scouted this somehow. If I can have a look. No, I don't, but I'm going right now with this guy here. I got observers who just lost the guys that they're supposed to be attached to, and they're just floating around. So I see this, and I say, he's really ramping up his production. And, okay, so I've just built 2 more gateways. It's all I could afford at the time. Money's tight, but I've got this expansion now, and we can start to mine from here. No! Stop cracking, voice. I tell you every time. Okay, big engagement going on down here. Boom! There goes the Disruptor. That's gonna help out a lot. But he's got so many Zealots, and these guys are stronger, by the way, than my units. Twice as strong, in fact. This poor Disruptor, no. And then his song was silenced. Oh, but I popped a time warp here, just in case. Just in case the fight went on long enough for him to actually, like, be impeded by that. But no, it only was just, like, a minor inconvenience to all the units that had to go here. That's fine. Time warps are pretty cool. They just slow units down in an area. If you've ever played Diablo 3, the wizard has the same exact spell. She casts a time warp around herself and she can dodge bullets. Okay, we're getting somewhere here. We've got a probe transfer on the way. These guys are coming down. Not the rocks. The rocks can stay there. They're just rocks. They don't do much. So currently we're trying to rebuild our armies. The production tab is looking quite ferocious indeed. I'm finally getting that extended thermal lance upgrade, which is going to allow the Colossus to shoot farther away and thereby keep it safer. Because these guys are big. Big news. You want to pick these guys off as soon as possible because they do... It may not look like 14 damage is a lot, but they attack a lot of units at once. So they do 14 damage across the board, like, to a lot of dudes. And 2 Colossi just doubles that damage. So it adds up, you know, fairly quickly. Now what's interesting to note here is that 1, 2, 3, I guess 4, but he's not mining from this one. So he's got 3 mining bases, and I've got 1... Not really. 2. I've also got 3 mining bases. So it's actually fairly even right now. He's ahead on upgrades currently. Oh, is he? Yeah, he's way ahead. No! He's ahead on upgrades. He's not ahead on supply, though. I have learned the value of macro. Macro just means big operations. Getting lots of stuff up. Lots of buildings, lots of units. That's macro. I have learned the value of it. He's caught up, and actually, he's ahead of me now. And in fact, we can see a Mothership core is turning into a glorious Mothership. This is bad news for me. You know, I could give you guys a quick rundown of the Mothership. Let's go ahead and do that, just so you know why I run away every time I see this thing. It's big news. Okay, let's see the Mothership in action. The Mothership is the ultimate weapon in the Protoss arsenal. Its prerequisite, the Mothership core, can transform into the Mothership with enough resources. As well as having higher damage and health, the Mothership now emits a cloaking field. Any friendly unit or building near the Mothership will be invisible to enemies. The Mothership retains the same abilities it had as the Mothership core. The first ability, called Photon Overcharge, essentially turns any Nexus into a giant cannon. It's also known as the Nexus Cannon. The second ability is called Time Warp. A short time after casting, a bubble will appear which slows the movement and attack speed of all units. This ability is great for escaping or to run down the fleeing enemy. The third is called Mass Recall, which can teleport units and itself back to a Nexus. This can be used for both defense and for making a quick getaway. Okay, that was the Mothership. Once again, I had to sit here and wait for a couple seconds. It's always really weird. Anyway, I find this base up here, or at least I will, as soon as I look. Yo! So, as you can see, here I am, and I'm gonna be taking this base out. What is his response? His response is, oh no, no. This is the worst news. I go ahead and take it out, but he arrives just in time, and you know what? I've got nothing happened. No, failed Disruptor. But you know what? My guys are looking a bit stronger than his. Now that was a really bad idea, however. Blinking away like that because now my Colossi are unprotected. However, this Time Warp is actually quite useful. Look how slow. Must be really obnoxious to be them. Please, let us through, please. And he's gonna decide to keep his army alive. Meanwhile, I'm gonna go ahead and take this expansion down here. So now I'm definitely gonna be ahead, because I've taken out one of his 3 mining... Oh, 4, I guess. One of his 4 mining bases, and got myself a 4th one that will be mining. Except, I mean, this one isn't doing so hot. So it's still fairly even. Alright, fine. It's fairly even. But you know what? He didn't get ahead, and that's what that was all about. There. Ha! Saved myself. Perfect. Maybe I should look at what's going on his side of the map. I'm only, like, watching this from my point of view, and that's no fun. That sucks. So, currently, we can see he's trying to re-expand here. He's got this one here, and look at this. No, here I come. I'm gonna take this out and simultaneously attack this here. This is bad news bears for the blue guy. Blue guy is like, oh... That's the sound he made when he saw this. And I'm keeping my Disruptor here, just specifically for this purpose right here. Yo, bam! Nothing happened. Once again, I maybe took out, 2 Stalkers. That's not the best, but you know what? I get that building, and this one is about to go down, especially with all these Adepts who do 29 versus Light, and they're gonna try to skip on out of here, and it looks like they will, mostly all die. So I'm gonna bring my Colossi in here and just sort of tell them to attack. Get busy, guys. My Zealots just die, unfortunately. This guy, he will die. He's dead. This guy, he's also dead. No. So now immediately we can see he's got 165 supply to 142. He's certainly ahead on unit count, but as we can see, the income sucks on his side of things. So if I can stay alive long enough, I can rebuild my army, out macro him, essentially, and really be ahead. Right now, I've got my Stalkers really in a bad spot here. Oh my god. They could have really been taken out by that. In fact, these 4 guys here, they're gonna get the treatment. They're gonna get the business of Mike. Mike, give these Stalkers the business, please. No, please, no. Leave me alone. I have a wife and kids. No, please, no, not the carriers, no. It's too much. But you know what? Their sacrifice was not in vain, because I'm gonna come down here and obliterate this base, or at least do my best. And you know what? He says, oh, forget that, man, I'm not gonna do this. Oh, watch out. Yo, bam! Here it comes. Oh no, now he's certainly in trouble here. They're gonna, I don't know if they're gonna take this. Nope, he gets out of there. And I got, oh, look at this. Just Stalkers blink forward. My my 2 Adepts are still wailing away on stuff down here like they still matter. And we're gonna take this base right out. Check it out. But at the same time, he's got 4 carriers. Carriers are bad news bears, guys. I could give you guys a rundown of carrier, and in fact, you know what? It may be worth it to do that, but not just yet. We've got a lot of action on the board. I'll give you guys a rundown of the carrier later. Look at this. I've taken out this base. I'm going to be moving up here. I blinked a little bit up here, and that was quite useful. So now it looks like we're going to be going into quite the base trade scenario. It's pretty intense, guys. So let's have a quick look. Or, not a quick look, but let's... You know what? I sense danger. Where are these building? Look at this. I'm continuing. I'm saying, nope. Not losing to a base race, not today. So I start rebuilding stuff right away. Before I've even lost it all, I start rebuilding. And that's going to prove to be quite troublesome to Mike here. Mike is supply blocked, and he's going to be very supply blocked soon, as we'll see. He's got adepts too. Adepts are really nice. But as you can see, my main, all of my production, all of my big buildings that I was using to make stuff has just been obliterated. And what have I done? I've denied him this expansion, this expansion. This expansion was not rebuilt, so his income is nothing. He has no more money coming in. Woo! Whereas I'm at 1,500. So if I can keep these bases alive, I mean, I am so ahead on money compared to him. He's got, like, nothing. He's got gas. He can build one... He can't build anything. He's supply blocked. Look at this. And watch this. I'm going straight for the pylons. Because if you take out a pylon, you can unpower quite a few buildings like that. Look at this. They're all going down. And now they're just a waste of space. Check it out. Bam. Down they go. And I feel like I've done enough damage to his production facilities. He can't really do anything right now. So I'm just going to start wailing away on his base as he wails away on my base. And you know what? He says, I'm not going to stand for that. Army, go back home and deal with these fools. I almost said a much worse word than that, but I stopped myself just in time. Oh no, these guys have no jobs. Oh well. So I've got my Disruptor up here specifically to handle the counterattack, or the units that will come in, and we'll see that that indeed was not a bad idea. Look at this. Okay, so it is quite the base trade. He's down here taking out, no, production, no, but as we can see, I'm actually not doing anything. No, no, please. I go ahead and blink right out of here before his army can get me, and I do no damage with that poor Disruptor. That Disruptor did basically nothing. But you know what? It's okay, because now he's like stuck up here. His army is over here, and he's like, oh god, no. Where else could he be? He's got a Void Ray over here to see if I've continued my expanding, but it looks like I have not. So this is the last base. This is it. I'm about to win. Please, please. But no. I've got 2 more bases already set up. It's about, I mean, this game, I'm not kidding, guys. It really can come down to who has more bases at the end of it. And he's got like 1.5 bases left. Look at this. I've even like expanded up here. Take this. Just in case, right? And look, my stalkers are going to be coming in. I've got an observer to detect all of these cloaked units. I never did give you guys that Mothership core rundown, did I? Oh yeah, I did. It was the carrier rundown. You know what? I'll just give you guys the rundown right now. Carriers produce interceptors. That's these little buzzy things right here. Interceptors cost 25 minerals each. The interceptors swarm around like a, you know, buzzing hive of whatever, and they do lots and lots of damage. But if you take out the carriers, you'll take out the interceptors, so it's important to target those down, which is what I did. So now his army supply, if we can have a look, sucks. It kind of sucks on his end here. He's at 79. I'm at 88. Mine kind of sucks too. But you know what? I have this thing called income. Sucks to be Mike. Does he have... He's got... Oh, he has no more probes. He can build a couple probes. But he's got... I mean, he's so far behind at this point because I've still got income and he doesn't. I've got a bigger army than him. Things are only going to keep growing for me at this point. And he thinks that's it. Look, he's like, oh, God, miss this stuff down here. I'm going to be so stupid. All the Colossus attack. That's what he does. And he's going to be sorely disappointed when he finally kills off all these... Oh, look at this. These jobless probes. Sucks to be them. I could have used those probes, too, if I'd known they were there. But I was so into my own world. Look, what's my APM at? Oh, 36. Well, I mean, could be better. I mean, it's better than what Mike is doing. He's just watching. And I win! No. No! What's this? No! Sometimes I like watching things through my opponent's perspective just to watch them react to things that I do. It's the best thing. Please, please, stop attacking my pylons, please, no. Meanwhile, I'm quite busy at home, making all kind of things here. So I'm using a pretty fair amount of APM at this point. I like to show the replay through the opponent, through the perspective of the players at times, just to see what they're up to. I enjoy doing that at times. Nobody else does it for some reason, and I feel like that's why they added this feature. In GSL, back in the Brood War days, they used to do this. They used to actually show you, it was called a VOD, video, FPVOD, that's what it's called. First person, VOD. I don't know what VOD stands for. Anyway, they used to do that in the GSL just to show you how intense these guys were. And look at this, I am preparing for the attack. I see this coming, as we can see. Check it out. I'm already, look, I've got these things coming up now. This matters greatly to me. These Immortals are going to change everything. Immortals do a lot of damage and they have a lot of health. So, as we can see, not as we can see, but they're going to be crucial. Oh, there's the Colossi. Okay, get ready, guys. We gotta get ready for the incoming engagement. And so I decide, okay, here's a nice big open area where I can get a really good concave, because a concave is better than a convex. Yeah. But he thinks, okay, I've just built a bunch of pylons up here, and I must have some kind of nexus here. And he sees a field of pylons. What the heck is this guy doing? What is this? He's so frustrated at this point, I would imagine. I would be frustrated if I came in and saw just a field of pylons. But there it is. So I'm back here patiently waiting for my enemy, and my Immortals are just about to finish. These are the guys that you need to take out the Colossi. They can take these lasers. Lighter units cannot, like the Stalker. A Stalker is, oh, it's armored, but Immortals are just, they don't clump up as much. They're somewhat bigger. They take, they do a lot of damage. They're very good against Colossi. So I decide I gotta get some Immortals out. There they are. And unfortunately, once again, I'm supply blocked. It was all those pylons he took out, that field of pylons. So I have to make this work with what I've got. Here comes the engagement right here. And I notice, okay, he's gonna just put himself in this tiny corner. I can just get this surround right away and just clean up right here, right now. And in I go, taking out everything, and Mike just leaves. Mike is done. And then I leave. I thought that was quite a fun game indeed. First game I played today as well, actually. I thought I was gonna have to play like an hour worth of games and go game hunting in order to get this game to cast for you guys. God, that scared me so bad. I thought it was not recording, but it was. So, anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.